Do you feel it? That emptiness, that darkness inside you? Most people run from it, but you thrive in it. Darkness is not your enemy, it's your birthplace, where pain and power collide to create something unstoppable. They told you that your scars would weaken you, that your failures define you. But scars? They are proof that you've survived what most couldn't. Each one a badge of honor. Every time you were broken, a new version of you emerged. Sharper, harder, more dangerous. When they look into your eyes, they see the storm you've weathered. They see the fire burning behind the rage, and it terrifies them. Why? Because they know you're no longer like them. You don't fear failure. You've already tasted it. You've swallowed the bitterness and spit it back out. The world will push, but now you push back harder. No more waiting. No more begging for a break or a savior. You are your own salvation. You've forged your own crown from the wreckage they thought would destroy you. When the world crumbles, you will still be standing. Stronger, smarter, unbreakable. So what will it be? Fade into nothing or rise into everything? The choice is yours. But the answer, it's already in your bones. Own the darkness. It belongs to you now. Because only in darkness do we find clarity. It strips away the illusions of comfort and safety. It exposes your weaknesses, your fears, your doubts. It doesn't do this to break you, but to forge you. Every whispered insult, every betrayal, every failure. They weren't punishments, they were lessons. They taught you who to trust, who to leave behind, and what you're truly capable of. And let me tell you, there's nothing more dangerous than someone who's faced their demons and won. They thought your silence was surrender. But in truth, it was preparation. While they rested, you sharpened your mind. While they gloated, you studied their every move. Now, you're ready. Ready to move in silence, ready to act without hesitation, ready to strike with precision. They don't see it coming, do they? The storm that's been brewing beneath your surface, the quiet rage that's about to erupt. But you're not driven by revenge. No, that would be too simple. You're driven by something far greater. Domination over your past self. Your mission is clear. Never again will you be weaker than the person you were yesterday. What they think doesn't matter. Their doubts, fuel. Their mockery, motivation. You no longer live to prove them wrong. You live to prove yourself right. Step by step, you'll climb. Bruised, bloodied, maybe even crawling, but you'll reach the top. Not because you were handed victory, but because you took it. You see, power doesn't knock politely. It doesn't wait for an invitation. It demands to be seized with iron will and relentless grit. And once you take it, there's no going back. The weak will fear you, the strong will respect you, but no one will ever doubt you again. Because when you rise from the shadows, you don't just become stronger, you become inevitable. So, here's the final question. When the world sees your name, will they tremble, or will they tremble, or will they forget? That's up to you. But one thing is certain, darkness didn't break you, it built you. Now, rise, the throne is waiting. And when you rise, don't just rise to be seen, rise to be remembered. You see, the world doesn't care about those who only talk. It doesn't care about those who crumble under pressure. The world remembers those who bleed for their purpose, who sacrifice comfort and sanity to become legends. You didn't endure the nights of anguish just to fade into obscurity. Every sleepless night, every silent scream, you endured it because deep inside, you knew. You knew you were destined for something greater. They may not understand your journey. They'll say you're obsessed, too cold, too distant. But obsession is just another word for focus. And coldness? That's the fire that burned away your weakness. And focus, that's what makes you unstoppable. Every step forward is another strike against doubt. Every day you don't quit is another nail in the coffin of those who said you couldn't do it. They thought you'd give up after the first failure, or the second, or the 10th. But here you are, standing in the ashes of every setback, forged into something they can't touch. Look at them now, watching, waiting, wondering how you're still standing. What they don't know is this: While they avoided the pain, you became the pain. You embraced it until it became your ally, your weapon, your shield. And that's why you're dangerous. Not because you're invincible, but because you're unyielding. No one gets out of this life without suffering, but the strong suffer with purpose. They endure not for survival, but for domination, for victory over their old selves, over their past lives, over the chains that once held them down. You've already been through hell. You've already lost more than they'll ever know. But guess what? You're still here, breathing, planning, rising. And now, it's your time. This is not a story of redemption. Redemption is for those seeking forgiveness. You're not here to be forgiven, you're here to conquer. Conquer the doubts in your mind. Conquer the voices that said stay down. Conquer the illusions that told you comfort was enough. It's not. It never was. Comfort breeds mediocrity, and mediocrity dies in the shadows. But you thrive in those shadows. You were born there. You learned how to fight there. And now, you're ready to take what's yours. The path ahead is steep, yes. It's jagged, unforgiving, and merciless. But so are you. They won't see it coming. That relentless march, that quiet fury, that look in your eyes that says, I will not stop. So go ahead, take the next step. Feel the weight of every doubt and fear pressing against you. Let it push you harder. Let it drive you deeper into that state of mind where nothing matters but the goal. Victory is already yours. You just need to claim it. And when you reach the top, you won't thank the world for putting obstacles in your path. You'll thank yourself for fighting, for surviving, for becoming the storm that no one saw coming. This is your legacy. Unforgiving, relentless, eternal. Now go, make the world remember your name.